if I get into a relationship, I don't want to live with someone. That I know for sure. Yeah.
There you go.
Are you ready for spin the wheel?
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
I like this game.
So let's do maybe 2 each.
Yes.
Okay.
How about you go first, Shamala?
Okay, I'll go first. What's something you've unlearned in the past 10 years? What's something I've unlearned in the past 10 years? It's been 10 years since I divorced. And let me just stop sharing. Not so much knowledge, but more to do with habits, more to do with my emotional responses to people, more to do with guarding my space, more to do with so I've unlearned all that, unlearning that I need to be the one to do everything, unlearning that I need to be the one in charge, unlearning. I mean, the whole idea about relationship has completely shifted for me as well. After the divorce, I got into a relationship, but I wasn't looking for something like serious or, like marriage kind of thing. Obviously, that did not, pan out well because we had very different ideas about where and how the relationship should be going. So I wasn't looking for a long-term thing. So for me now, my idea of a relationship is that in the past, for me, it's like, being in a relationship means living together, doing things together and all, but now I don't have that. I've unlearned that. I have no inclination. Even if I get into a relationship, I don't want to live with someone. That I know for sure. Yeah.
There you go.
Definitely something I've unlearned.
That's really good.
So, let's see. Your turn. What's a compliment you wish people gave more often to themselves or others?
Oh, geez, I have to think about that one. Gosh, confidence is obviously, I think acknowledgement. I think because honestly, comparison is a thief of joy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think if people were able to acknowledge the good things in them, but also tell people what they see in others, because there's too many people putting other people down and focusing on not what's being done or what's wrong, as opposed to, all the things that are going right. It's like focusing on all the negatives instead of the positives. And, you just never know. You might just make someone's day. You don't know what people are going through. And, just a quick acknowledgement that human connection, that's really important. Reach out and just smile at someone. It doesn't matter if they're a stranger. It doesn't matter because it's a ripple effect.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's telling people what is obvious, right? What is obvious to us, but maybe not to them because they're too close to it.
Yeah, that could be, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Next one. What's your guilty wisdom, a truth you live by that people might find surprising? I have no idea.
Hard one. That's a hard one.
Yeah. A truth I live by that people might find surprising. I don't think I have I guess whatever I know, I teach it. So,
well, that's it, because you're very transparent. You know,
Yeah.
you are the product of, you know, your beliefs, and that's what you
Yeah.
coach.
yeah. So I don't think that, this question really applies in that sense.
No, I think respin.
Respin? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's remove this.
We haven't had to do that before.
Yeah.
Well, you are what you teach.
Yeah. What's the best part about saying no these days? Oh my God. The best part is the sense of freedom. It's really feeling being free and not, I mean, if you compare it to when I was younger, right, that would be a guilty no. But I don't have problems saying no. There's no guilt, there's nothing. I'll just say no. So that's the best part about saying no these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. And that I used to find that really hard because I didn't want to offend anyone when I was younger. And I was always brought up about what does the other person think.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? In growing up in that generation.
Definitely. And that question that you had about unsharing, and it's interesting because the first thing that came to my mind for me was, and I wrote this in my book, was how I had to reboot. I called it like rebooting my belief system because, when I went through my divorce, I then realised that all my beliefs that I had conditioned myself over the years, that, my system, my computer system or my belief system needed updating because what served me when I was 20 didn't serve me when I was older. Yeah. So I had to, I just associated with a program that was outdated.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, last one. Tick that box. Number 2 coming out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there is a link or a tag here to Alina's book if anyone is interested. She has written it already. So let's answer the next. Maybe spin again.
Yes.
Then you can answer.
It's funny. I actually have clients and people that I know that have associated with, they've come up with the challenge. They actually say, "That's all right, Lena. I'm going to squeeze those lemons harder. Isn't that right?" No, but that's it.
Nice. Oh, that's a good question.
Oh gosh.
Part of your personality is shining more now than ever before.
Personality is shiny. See, I don't like to say anything good about myself. Isn't that funny?
Time to shine.
Well, when I say freedom, I don't mean in a negative way. I just don't have the same responsibilities. I mean, I love the responsibilities I had when I was bringing up my family, but, and I would do it all again in a heartbeat, but I think it's the more freedom to do things now. So it's something that I would shine at. I know what I don't want. I don't know. I don't call it as a shine. I can't really answer that one.
Why don't you tell us what is it that you feel stronger in your personality, and maybe you don't see it as a shine, but maybe it is a shine.
Yeah, I think it's always to do with other people. And it's always lifting other people up, reassuring them that they're doing something really good. Because I don't think, you don't do it to get acknowledgement, but a lot of people don't tell you enough. And I think that when someone is behind you believing in you, and that's only going to give you more courage and strength to continue.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm passionate about that.
Okay. You're shining.
Well, I wouldn't call it shine. I would just say I'd help lift.
Well, that quality is shining through.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Coach. Yeah, I like that game. It totally gets you like off guard, and but that spontaneity, those quick questions. it's interesting. If we were to be given those questions before,
Yeah.
you know, the homework and the detail and the energy and the thought, it's not as authentic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. And I think, you know, there's questions that are relatable to other people as well, because, you know, like when you had that unshared one, you know, my answer was completely different to yours. But as I was listening to yours, I was also thinking, oh gosh, what would mine be?
Yeah. It sets you thinking.
Yes, it does, definitely. Yeah, and I think it helps you grow. This is Alina from Noosa, Queensland, Australia.
And this is Shamala from Singapore signing out. Bye.
Bye.